It's never too late to go raw. Raw food chef Meghan Pearson shows us some new and inspired creative recipes that are sure to please any palate, including the ones who do like themselves some meat. Good to see you, Meg.
Thank you. Good to see you. Happy to be back.
Let's first start by saying congratulations. You recently got married. You live in Costa Rica.
I did, and I do.
We have pictures of the beautiful day.
Isaac, my husband, he is back home in Costa Rica right now. Unfortunately, he couldn't come with me, but he is my love and my inspiration and my motivation to keep doing what I'm doing and share food, because he is also a chef, a really amazing, inspired Costa Rican Mexican chef. He lived in Costa Rica, and well, obviously he grew up there, but he had a restaurant there, he had a restaurant in Mexico, so him and I do a lot of fusion,
and you have access, Rasta you have
fusion.
access to such amazing produce, which we do here in Canada. And you're saying we all need to embrace this lifestyle for many reasons.
Yes.
Why is raw food so much better for us?
Well, my big thing about raw food is just eat more plants, period. I mean, everyone, it doesn't matter who you are, can stand to eat more fruits and vegetables as far as I'm concerned. I'm not here to tell you to stop eating, you know, meat and dairy if that's what you really want to eat, but I want you to start, you know, pushing some of that off to the side and incorporate more fresh fruits and vegetables.
Because they're known to fight cancer.
They're known to fight cancer, heart disease. You need micronutrients and macronutrients, your vitamins, your nutrients, and when we're eating them raw, we're retaining a lot more of that than when we overly cook a lot of fresh ingredients.
So let's get started then, because that looks delicious.
Okay, so what I'm talking about here today, and my trip from Canada to Costa Rica to Canada has always involved incorporating different ingredients, because you don't always get what you want. And when I got to Canada here, I really wanted raw cacao, and when I went shopping, I couldn't find any. So I said, what can I do? Let's do carob. And carob is a nice alternative to cacao. And raw cacao is, in fact, it's just raw chocolate.
The cocoa bean.
The cocoa bean.
Find raw cacao here?
That particular day, no, and I use that as a practice.
Okay.
Let's substitute, because that's, you know, I'm all about veering away from recipes. We all get the idea that we need to stick with recipes all the time, but we need to allow ourselves to be more creative in the kitchen, and that's what my husband and I do all the time.
So you went for the carob.
So I got some carob, and this is really, it's a fruit. It looks very similar to chocolate, but it doesn't taste at all like chocolate. But I wanted to do a pudding. There's a lot of avocado banana puddings out there we see people doing all the time, so I mixed it up. So I'm using the carob, and we're going to do a lot of spicy mole in style ingredients here.
Mole is like a delicious, savory chocolate spicy sauce.
Spicy sauce, like the regular recipe has like something like 37 ingredients or something like that. So we're keeping it a lot more simple. So this is the pudding here. If you want to give it a try,
so
if you're interested.
There's no hazelnuts in this.
No hazelnuts at all. This is not your Nutella, that's for certain. So the first main ingredient here we're going to do is our avocado. So it's not. It doesn't look like chocolate. It looks like chocolate. Doesn't really taste like chocolate, but we amp up the flavor.
I taste the banana.
There's banana. So there's 2 whole bananas in this recipe.
That's so good.
And you can eat this for breakfast because it's super healthy. So we went avocado, a banana. This is our carob powder, so it looks like raw cacao. Really, really delicious. High in minerals. Doesn't give you that same stimulant effect that chocolate does for a lot of people. So this is a good alternative if you want to have something chocolatey before you go to bed.
Creamy and delicious. I do detect a kick on the end of some delicious heat.
Yeah, a little bit of heat here. And you know where that comes from? That comes from our seasonings here. So I've got chili powder, a bit of cayenne. I've also got cinnamon and some coffee grinds. And this is going to be our really simple mole combination here.
The cinnamon, by the way, also super good for you.
Super good and really great when you're eating anything that's high in sugar, because it helps balance out. It's an anti-diabetic.
Stabilize you.
So it really helps stabilize your blood sugar.
I add it to my oatmeal every morning. I do like the little quinoa.
Super delicious.
It's good.
And that's, you know, and quinoa's not a grain, it's a seed. So
it's a seed.
Buckwheat. Buckwheat, right? Exactly. Gluten-free, even though it says wheat, it's actually gluten-free buckwheat. So we're going to add a little bit of sweetener here today, because my bananas weren't super ripe. If these were a little bit more spotty, I wouldn't have needed a sweetener, but we're going to add in these dates. And this is a great new product. These are refrigerator dates. They're like, you know, often you get them and they're really crusty. These ones are really, really soft, really, really beautiful.
Moist.
So this is our sweetener, and we got the cinnamon in there, so we're not too concerned about our glycemic.
Another great snack, right? If your kids go for cookies and things, throw out those dates on a plate, they'll love it.
Dates on a plate. I like to stuff a date with an almond, dip it in a little chocolate sauce. You got it's like a turtle.
Yeah. That was honey?
That was actually a bit of white vanilla. Just a bit of vanilla, because this isn't actually chocolate. I like to, you know, bump up the flavor. And then this is coconut milk. So again, a little bit Costa Rica. You could use almond milk, but I'm all about the coconut. And then we're going to toss it under the Vitamix here, which is you're going to just pulverize it in a jiffy, and it's really, really quick to happen. Just mix it up,
So good.
You
can even add like fresh berries in there.
Fresh berries. I like to layer it with mango, make a little parfait when I serve it like that.
Oh my gosh, guys, it's so good. MeghanPearson.ca. I know people are going to want this recipe. Great thing to have, guilt-free, so good for you.
Super good.
Right now over to Jen at Live Eye. Recycling's good for us too.